Hi everyone, I'm Aldwin Bohol. I'm gonna report about the Chapter 4 Lesson 1 Dimensions of Register. So, first, what is register? The conveyed formality of speech as determined by the social context of an exchange is referred to as register in language and communication. Register is defined as a way a speaker uses language differently in different circumstances. So, register is how you talk to the person in front of you. How you use your words or language kung kinsa nang kaatubang nimo. Like, for example, nakigstorya ba karon sa imong amigo, sa imong principal, or sa imong maestro, or sa kinsa pa na diya. So, a speaker conveys register by adapting their language to demonstrate to their audience how formal the exchange is based on their relationship. So, as I say, o unsaon nimo pag storya or paggamit sa words or language based sa imong kaatubang, imong migo baron, imong principal, or how formal you are on your words sa pag take nimo conversation nila or pag suwat nimo og letter baron or text message. So, language register is the level of formality with which you speak. Different situations and people call for different registers. So, diri na mosod ang language registers. So, language registers. There are 5 language registers or styles. Each level has an appropriate use that is determined by differing situations. Differing situations means ug kinsay katubang nimo ug ig-unsa ba na nimo. So, thus, the appropriate language register depends upon the audience, the topic, purpose, and location. So first, formal register. This language is used in formal settings and is one-way in nature. This use of language usually follows a commonly accepted format. It is usually impersonal and formal. Impersonal means it is not written for a specific person and is written without emotion. So, example ani kay kanang factual or facts or kanang libro. Example, libro about sa gravity. So, it is not written for a specific person and it is written without emotion. So, a common format for this register are speeches, sermons, or wali sa pare, rhetorical statements and questions, pronouncements made by judges, and announcements. So, second, casual or informal register. So, this is informal language used by peers and friends. Slang, vulgarities, and colloquialism are normal. This is group language. One must be member to engage in this register. Example, buddies, teammates, chats, and email, blogs, and letters to friends. So, sabotable naman sad. So, third is static register. This style of communication rarely or never changes. It is frozen in time and content. For example, Pledge of Allegiance, the Lord's Prayer, the preamble to the U.S. Constitution, the alma mater, bibliographic reference, and laws. So, fourth, consultative register. This is standard form of communications. Users engage in mutually accepted structure of communications. It is formal and societal expectations accompany the users of this speech. It is professional discourse. When strangers meet, example, when strangers meet, communication between a superior and a subordinate, doctor and a patient, lawyer and a client, lawyer and a judge, teacher and a student, counselor and a client. So, as I say, register is depende og kinsay kanang kaistorya nimo. Pareha ning sa consultative register, lawyer and judge, kanang teacher and a student, conversation between a teacher and a student, or counselor and a client. So, fifth, intimate register. This communication is private. It is reserved for close family members or intimate people. Example, husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, siblings, parent and children. So, that's the 5 language register. So, 5 language registers kay ma-relate na to siya sa dimension of register, which is the tenor. So, let's proceed. So, dimensions of register. Everyday encounter with people means exposure to the different dimensions. Depending on the purpose, one finds himself facing many options to take before embarking on meaningful conversation with a friend, a boss, an office mate, a pastor, a sibling, or even a complete stranger. So, the idea is that one is aware of the levels at which he could fully exercise the appropriate words, ways, voice, action, and even accessories that the context so demands. So, example, nag-istorya kag pastor. So, you use appropriate words, ways, voice, kanang magmatngon ka sa imong gipangsulti. Magmatngon ka sa imong gipangsulti depende sa imong kastorya baron, or senda nimo text message, or hatagan nimo og letter. So, in realizing the complexity of the dimensions as one goes to discover the outcome of an encounter, one is led to the idea that one language can be vastly disintegrated into multiple registers, so that a register could permanently or temporarily influence a given society. So, a lot of considerations are needed in conveying thoughts to ensure that the ideas are processed by a listener. Individuals need clarity in whatever is delivered through 3 dimensions. So, what is these 3 dimensions? It is the field, tenor, and the mode. So, field is the content or the subject matter. What is the text about? Or it is the topic or the subject. So, tenor is the relationship between the author and the audience. Author and the audience is, for example, book. Ang author sa book og ikaw nga reader, or ikaw ang audience. So, it is the relationship, example, speaker, listener, or reader, writer, etc. Mode is how the text is constructed. Is it spoken like or written like? Is it planned? So, this is the vehicle. Example, spoken or written. Ma-discuss pa tayo. So, field, tenor, and mode examples. So, sa field, a textbook on gravity will be about gravity. So, the subject or the topic or the field is about gravity and forces. So, example sa tenor, a textbook on gravity will have the author as an expert and the audience as a novice. So, that's the example of relationship between author and the reader in a textbook. So, mode, a textbook explanation is written like unplanned. So, planned means a prepared talk or formal essay. A mobile text message is spoken like and spontaneous, means a casual conversation or a scribbled written note. So these are the three dimensions of registers. So unsa kitong field? Field is the content or the subject matter. What is the text about? Or simply the topic or subject. And tenor, tenor is the relationship between the author and the audience. Simply, tenor is the relationship between speaker or listener, reader, and a writer, between you and your colleagues, or etc. So, mode is how the text is constructed. Is it spoken like or written like? Is it planned or spontaneous? Meaning sa plan gani kay ano to? Planned is kanang a prepared talk or a formal essay. Spontaneous is a casual conversation or a scribbled written note. So that's all. Thank you.